Who are you?
I'm Robin Pecknold. I play in a band Fleet Foxes.
And Robin, who'd you have beside you?
Josh Tillman, also in the band Fleet Foxes.
Are you bringing back the chair, Robin? Are you bringing back the chair?
You know, the chair... I think for me,
Maybe you could explain to the people,
yeah.
What is the chair, Robin?
To bring it back down to earth or whatever. I think the point of the chair, to me, or has been in the past, to make the show less of an entertainment, you know what I mean? So that the stage setup is completely boring and there's not even a chance to like get up and ham around, so that it's almost like, take some of the like, visual aspect out of that is necessary in a show.
Are you guys pioneering chaircore?
Entertainment by boring people. Right. Yeah, which is the main tenet of chaircore.
Chaircore, like the band The Dodos. Do you know the band The Dodos?
Yeah.
They use a chair too, don't they?
Because he's doing that pretty complex finger picking, like John Fahey stuff, you know.
And even Mackay from the Evens, he sits on a chair.
Robin and I make up 2/3 of the faction of this band that sits in chairs, so I kind of resent being overlooked in this category because I also sit.
Josh also sits.
I sit in a chair. Well, it's a stool.
I just think it's great. Chaircore. You're bringing back chaircore.
I don't know what that says musically.
Fleet Foxes, I have something for you. What do you think your connection to this book right here is? Dance halls, armories, and teen fairs, Robin.
We're teens.
You have a really close connection. Open up to this section right here, and what do we see right there?
60s. Oh my gosh! Well done, my friend.
What are we looking at, Robin? Could you please explain? The band,
The Fathoms.
Featuring?
My dad.
Which one is your dad in there? Could you please point to your dad?
But he's not in that picture.
He's not in that picture, but that is his 45 listed.
Yeah. I mean, he was in this band, but I don't recognize him as any one of those guys. Unless it's him, but I don't think that's him.
Would you recognize Robin's dad?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know my dad better than I do? Which one is my dad?
While he's looking for that, could you explain what's going on? This is your dad's band from the 1960s.
Right, yeah.
Called
the Fathoms.
Called The Fathoms, which I think is really amazing because you have that cool 60s punk connection and now you're doing 21st century punk.
Right, yeah.
What did he tell you about the band, like the 7-inch? Could it a song called Down to the Sea? What did he tell you about that?
He said that they were like more of an R&B group as opposed to like a more...
All those guys, yeah, that's because like the Who, they considered like all the early mod stuff was like they kind of thought of that as R&B too.
Right.
Would you ever cover any of his songs, like a 7-inch? Have you heard the 7-inch?
Well, he has songs he's written since then.
But how about the 7-inch, The Fathoms, Down to the Sea?
That would be cool. I wouldn't mind to do that.
And what I thought is really interesting, if you open this up again, this dance halls, armories, and teens fairs, all about the history of rock in the Northwest here. We open up to number 2. We have a connection to Fleet Foxes with this band right here, the Kingsmen. Now, what would be the connection between the Kingsmen and Fleet Foxes?
Is there an esoteric one besides just being from the same place?
It's pretty esoteric. It's pretty long-term.
Okay.
We look like the Burger King?
No, what it is right there, the keyboard player for the Kingsmen, legendary band who did Louie, was Don Gallucci.
Dan Gallucci's dad?
Yes.
Are you serious?
No, not his dad, actually his cousin, like a strange cousin or uncle or something like that. So what's the connection between Dan Gallucci and Fleet Foxes?
Well, Dan Gallucci was in the Murder City Devils, who...
morphed into...
Triumph of Lethargy, Skinned Alive to Death.
And the Cave Singers.
Oh, and the Cave Singers, yes.
Who you've played with.
Constantly, but Dan Gallucci's not in the Cave Singers.
No, he isn't, but still, it goes down there. So there's the connection.
Yeah. Wow. I could have put that together had I known his name.
Now, if we look at this further, this again is dance halls, armories, and teen fairs. This is just given, isn't it?
This is amazing.
This is the book that is just given and given. So we have your dad's band, The Fathoms. Okay. Fathoms. And then we have the Kingsmen with the Cave Singers connection. Yes. Now, you're in the band Fleet.
And the Foxes.
Now, look what also is in this book. The band,
The Fleetwoods.
The Fleetwoods. Again, one of the first bands to break out from the Northwest in the 1960s. Have you thought about covering the Fleetwoods? Because you've covered Fleetwood Mac.
Right.
The word fleet is in our band name, too.
Why not?
Now, you were mentioning about your dad being involved in writing songs. Was he also involved in videos? Was he involved in an Ugly Kid Joe video?
Oh my, yeah. Yeah, I think he edited that video.
What video did he edit?
I'm not sure the name of the video, but I think he also edited like a Shaggy video.
I thought that was really interesting. The Shaggy Ugly Kid Joe versus Fleet Foxes.
Yeah.
So he goes from the garage band all the way to the Shaggy.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Ugly Kid Joe.
Right.
Robin, you do know music quite well though, don't you?
I don't think so.
Well, you like some particular music. For instance, what can you tell the people about the importance of these particular records right here, Robin and Josh, from Fleet Foxes?
Okay.
What do we have here?
Well, we have Switched on Bach,
Which is?
an electronic performance of some stuff. I mean, it's the Moog, right? It's the Moog record.
This is one of your number one influences, isn't it, according to your MySpace page?
Yeah, I mean, being like cheeky about it, sure. I mean, I think it's a cool record.
And your second big influence is?
I've never heard this one.
Is what? Switched on?
Switched on Country.
So we got Switched on Bach, Switched on Country, and what else do we have, Robin?
What else do we have? Switched on Rock, the Moog Machine.
Electric rock.
And then what else do we have there, Robin and Josh, from Fleet Foxes?
Switched on Santa.
Switched on Santa.
This is a whole cottage industry I had no idea about.
And then your number one influence here, The Sounds of Love, from A to Z. Seriously?
Sensuously synthesized.
See, when you mention these things, this is what you get caught into.
Yeah.
This is the genre, like you're mentioning, Switched on Bach.
You can't just say stuff.
And that's just only a sampling.
Now. Yeah.
That's only a sampling of, but it's an amazing genre to tap into. I mean, we have a couple of your albums mapped out there for you to do.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is this selection here is a good roadmap for the future of the band.
Yes. Recently, a band I really love is Fleet Foxes, said by Paul. You almost said it there.
Lee Shore.
No, not Pauly Shore. No. Not near Shoreline, Washington either.
Paul
Weller.
Paul Weller.
Paul Weller. Speaking of dressing nice, the Mod Father loves you guys.
That's awesome.
So he might come in a vest. I could see him coming in a vest because,
they could talk vests.
Because he is the sharpest dressed guy, and to have him like you, that's like a seal of approval, right? So the vest might be doing something.
Yeah. The vest. Just to reiterate, I don't wear a vest. Rarely have.
But like you're kind of dissing your bandmates, or do you right now if we're in a vest? That might have won over Paul Weller.
I'm not dissing them so much as distancing myself from them.
Following that logic, like Charles Manson should be a big fan of ours too.
Right.
You took the Duchess and the Duke on tour.
Yeah.
Speaking of well-dressed people. I think it's amazing. Duchess and the Duke, like you take them to the Funhouse in Seattle, the Club of Fellows. These were like in the Fee Fi Fo Fums and with bands, and you're taking them on tour.
Totally, yeah, they were great.
Oh, you know a lot about music. I'm starting to catch on. I'm starting to catch on.
Fee Fi Fo Fums were a great band, weren't they? And they kind of mutated.
That was Jesse's band.
From the Duchess?
And the Duke.
Who you took on tour.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping spread the love of them.
Dude, they're so good. Their record's amazing. I think his lyrics are amazing. I think he's a very dark and cool lyricist.
This is the ultimate Alice in Wonderland weirdo mind F. Through the rabbit hole brain blower. Who said that?
I don't know.
You said that.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, in regards to you getting 8.7 out of 10 for Pitchfork.
Oh, really?
Yes. That is an amazing quote, isn't it, Josh?
It is.
This is the ultimate Alice in Wonderland weirdo mind F through the rabbit hole brain blower?
Yeah, dude, he's very verbose.
Did you really have that memorized? That was incredible. You were like a mirror.
Well, when you see the playback, it won't be as elegant as it maybe seemed.
That was really great. That was great. That was you said in one of your blogs, one of your posts to the Seattle Weekly.
Oh, okay.
In relation to you guys getting 8.7 out of 10. That's great. You express it away. I love that.
Well, I think, like, it's a site that I've read and appreciated their...
We have so many great lyrics. You're like wasting them on a blog. Save that for a song.
Alice in Wonderland, Mind F, Brain Blower. Wonderland, Mind Blower.
Anything else you want to add to the people out there at all, Fleet Foxes?
I don't know. I think you covered it better than I ever could.
You went above and beyond, Nard.
Yeah. Well, thank you for generating all this information.
Yes.
Well, thanks so much, Fleet Foxes. Keep on rocking in the free world and do-do-do-do.
Do-do. Yeah.